How you doing? It's your boy CD, and welcome to Fan Nation. This is the platform where we geek out on greatness. Yes, I said it. We geek out on greatness. Now, today's video, I'm gonna bring you some of my favorite controversial, complex story arcs ever created in a graphic novel, a regular novel, and TV series. So I'm gonna start this bad fella off with one of my greatest and favorite stories, Neil Gaiman's Sandman. Right now, you know a lot of buzz about Sandman on Netflix. Warner Brothers and Netflix came together and made Sandman an actual TV series, and they dropped 10 episodes. So far, I'm pleased. They changed a few things from the graphic novel for the TV series, but it's not changes where diehard fans such as myself will be pissed. Because usually when they change a graphic novel, a novel, or even a video game story to put on a TV series or a movie, they change a few things to please the masses, or they try to change everything, a few things rather, to be relevant to events going on today. And I be seeing the vision sometimes, but 9 out of 10, I take that back. 7 out of 10, they dropped the ball. And when I say they dropped the ball hard. But so far, Netflix has not. Don't get me wrong, it was some changes. But once again, not changes that diehard fans such as myself will be pissed off about. It's a great story. But I will say this, I implore you, if you want to get to the meat of real, true complexity of who the King of Dreaming, aka Morpheus, really is, and why he is the way he is, I implore you to read the graphic novel. Don't get me wrong, in the TV series you'll probably get the understanding as well, but I think in the graphic novel you'll understand his plight more than anything. That brings me to my second story. And the second story is The Watchmen. And I know y'all probably know about The Watchmen, especially from the great hit movie from 2008. It was a great movie. I have love-hate for it because they changed a lot from the graphic novel to the big screen, especially the ending. The ending was stupid. Now, I ain't gonna lie, the graphic novel ending is crazy, but you still enjoy the graphic novel ending more than the movie ending. And that's one of the reasons why I love the TV series, which I'm gonna get to in a second. The TV series correct the movie, because the TV series happens 20 years later, and the TV series references the ending of the novel instead of the movie. So I love that one dynamic about the TV series, which I'm gonna get to in a second. What makes Alan Moore's story complex to me, there's a scripture in the Bible that says, a man that strives to do right but do wrong along the way, God will respect, because he basically tried to do right. He tried. It wasn't like he went in just being evil. He tried. He effed up, but he tried. And that's what I think that's the story that Alan Moore was trying to capture. These were flawed human beings. Flawed human beings who wanted to make a difference. They wanted to make the world and society better than what it was. So they decided to don costumes and go around the world, save the world from itself. And along the way, although they made mistakes, the journey also allowed them to become saved, for them to become the better them. And then some, it just made them more effed up. Like the comedian. He was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. The story itself was really about flawed people just trying to make a difference. I loved it. That brings me to my next story. There's a graphic novel called, from the X-Men, the Marvel series, called The Mutant Empire. The Mutant Empire is a trilogy story. It's actually two stories into one, and these two stories coincide with each other. A group of the X-Men are in space trying to stop a civil war. They're caught in the middle of it. While on Earth, another group of X-Men are being hunted down by the Sentinels because they're mutants. The two stories coincide because the Civil War in space is because one race think they're better than the other race. And then the same thing going on on Earth. There's a group of humans that want to destroy the mutants because they think the mutants are abominations. They're so high and mighty that they think that the world needs to be cleansed of the mutant population. You had Magneto and Professor X coming to bumping heads on how to deal with the human threat that was trying to wipe them out. And Stan Lee has always painted the picture that Magneto was more Malcolm X and Professor X was Dr. King. In this story, they really dug deep and really put you in the mindset of that dynamic, that Professor X was Dr. King and Magneto was Malcolm X, and they painted a picture where two righteous men was caught in the crossfire of hatred. I implore you to read the story. And they will change your mindset about the X-Men for years to come. Also, for you diehard X-Men readers, this story actually is the prequel to Fatal Attraction. And for those that don't know about Fatal Attraction, it's a X-Men story where Professor X and the X-Men went against Magneto and his acolytes for one final battle to save a society that hated them. And that's a complex story by itself. The X-Men, they save the world on a regular for a society that hate them. That's a complex story within itself. So if you haven't had a chance to read it, go get it. Mutant Empire. My second story is one of my favorites. I am a diehard Alex Cross fan. Y'all don't understand. There's two detectives, graphic novel detectives I love. I love Jesse Stone and I love Alex Cross. But I love Alex Cross more. To me, Alex Cross is our James Bond. Although I'm a James Bond fan, I'm a diehard James Bond fan. This story, Cross, is a mind-boggling masterpiece. He is trying to find a serial killer. And the serial killer eludes him on every turn. So guess what Alex Cross got to go do? He got to go talk to another serial killer to catch a serial killer. You're going to go on a roller coaster joyride of suspense and non-stop action. Cross. I am a diehard Alex Cross from the Morgan Freeman days at Kiss the Girls and Alone Came a Spider, and even Tyler Perry's version of it. A lot of people didn't give Tyler Perry props for that. If you haven't had a chance, go check out Tyler Perry's version of Alex Cross. It was a great movie. Matter of fact, Matthew Fox from Lost did an excellent job as the villain. If you have not seen it, go watch it. Or if you watched it and thought it was terrible, I implore you to go back and watch it again. I promise you, Tyler Perry did an excellent job. But I also implore you to go read the novels. I have read personally, I want to say 15 so far. But when I say you're going to love this roller coaster joy ride called Cross, please go check out. Go to your local bookstore or go to my favorite store, Half Price Books. Get this novel. Alex Cross and Cross. That brings me to my last two things. Two TV series that were so complex, so controversial, that they actually got canceled. But there's rumors that Warner Brothers is bringing both of them back. And these two stories, the first one is Regina King in The Watchmen. Oh my God, Jesus. If you have not seen Regina King in this TV series, Regina King was robbed of her Emmy. She should have got an Emmy for this. Listen, Regina King okey doked everybody. From the beginning to the end, Regina King was on some other stuff. Her character wasn't playing no games. Regina King made you put some respect on her name. Man, she was robbed of her Emmy. And there's rumors that they finally finna give her a sequel. If they allow her to cut loose in season 2, it ain't gonna be no stopping this TV series. And I get why they canceled it. It was very controversial. When I say they touched a little bit of everything from homosexuality all the way to the moral question is some of the stuff they were doing in the story to save the world, justification. The second show I'm going to bring to you that I want you to check out that got canceled after one season was HBO Max's Lovecraft Country. Let me say this. There's no words I can give to describe this TV show. All I can say is watch it. This show is extraordinary. It is an awesome supernatural suspense joyride that you will love. It is so controversial that I understand why it got canceled. When they canceled this, I actually wasn't shocked. I was mad, but I wasn't shocked. Because when I say HBO Max, they broke the mold on this one. This supernatural storyline was so dope that every supernatural show after this have to step it up. This show right here set the bar here. I think the only TV show that may be giving season 1 of this, A Run for Its Money, is Paramount Plus TV show called Evil. Evil is a phenomenal show. I'm going to do a whole video about Evil coming soon. But back to this, the only other show that I believe is better than Evil is this. There's rumors that we may be getting a season 2, but I don't know. This show got canceled a year and a half, 2 years ago, something like that. And what made me love this show the most is that they took real historical events in the civil rights movement and in black culture, and they weaved a supernatural undertone that was so phenomenal that this is a phenomenal masterpiece and it must be watched. I say to you, go check it out on HBO Max or go by season 1, whichever one. But I promise you, you'll love it. This is a phenomenal watch. This is a phenomenal masterpiece. Every now and then come TV shows that's just masterpieces that you can't really break down, that you just gotta have people just watch. Just watch and see the greatness for yourselves. This is a masterpiece. And I promise you, even if we only get this season 1, this will go down in history as one of the greatest cult classics. And I promise you, from this day forth, every supernatural show will have to step up to beat this. This show was a masterpiece. Last but not least, I want to tell you, gamers such as myself, a phenomenal game to play. It's about 3 years old, but Dishonored 2 is probably one of the best video game masterpieces ever created. I will put this in my top 10 video game masterpieces. First, God of War is number 1 on my list. And number 2 is the first Halo. But I will put Dishonored in my top 10 video game masterpieces. This right here is a phenomenal story about vengeance. This is a phenomenal story about correcting the past. This is a phenomenal game and story about redemption. If you have not played the game, I promise you, once you play it, you'll never be the same. This game is a supernatural roller coaster ride of non-packed action with a storyline that's so phenomenal that it seemed like you're in a movie. I kid you not. Matter of fact, for those that are big fans of Dishonored, y'all know that's what's playing in the background. Because once I finish this video, I'm about to get on this. Because this is like one of my greatest games. Dishonored 2. Check it out. I promise you, this right here will change your world. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's my time. Y'all have a blessed one. Be safe, and I'll catch you on the flip. Thank you for watching Fan Nation, where we geek out on greatness. Peace.